All right, greetings, everyone. Welcome to Speaking with the Sage with Yamaya Faye and our special guest, the one JF Clay. Awesome. And of course, I'm your host, co-host, Jauqline.
Yes, the heiress, beloved. We have to honor the heiress, the young, mature soul that is moving through this world in divine balance.
Yes,
and
Ashe.
I want to say Ashe to the apostle. How you
Ashe.
How you doing, beloved?
All is well. Listen here, and things have just gotten better because I've come in contact with you all. So I am so excited about being on with you guys. This is an extraordinary event that you guys are having. And all that you all are doing, man, it is awesome. I'm just in awe. I just sit back and I take it in, and I'm like, I can feel the energy, and you all are sharing the energy. It's not like you're just taking all the energy for yourself and you're just moving with it and growing with it, but you're sharing it so that we can all grow. Man, I am excited to be here.
Yes. Wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful to hear. Seriously, Ashe. And we're definitely very glad to have you on here, as you are a divine masculine. And we're very much about divine feminine, divine masculine, how they work in this world, their roles, what they bring to this world with having balance within themselves and in being able to, as you said, share that energy with others and create a good balance with everyone else. So yes, really happy. And of course, we will definitely have more of the fuse of divine feminine and masculine energy. So because we're all one. We're all one. One can't be completely dominant over the other. It's all about that interrelationship between the role. It's always that the yin and yang. It's always together, you know.
Absolutely.
So Ashe to that. Ashe.
Absolutely.
Exactly. The creator interjection. Yes, exactly. So please, the one JF Clay, will you please introduce yourself, basically of what you do, so we can get, an overall understanding of who you are, divine masculine.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. In the circle that I work in, of course, I'm known as the one, for various reasons. Long story short, I got that name when I was doing a meeting in a small place called Blytheville, Arkansas.
Wow.
And it was interesting because I had left the meeting with a couple of my prophets, and we were going to the service station, and there was this Hispanic brother. He was inebriated. I mean, sloppy, falling down, inebriated. And he crossed my path. When he crossed my path, he immediately sobered up. Immediately. And he looked at me and he said, "Who are you?" He asked me the question. He said, "Who are you?" You know, and we went through a process, but in the end, he ended up saying, "I know who you are. You're the one. You're the one." And from that point forward, it has always stuck that you're the one. And then afterwards, there were other people that said the same thing. You're the one, you're the one. So it wasn't something that I bestowed upon myself. It was something that was given to me by the people because they were able to see that and glean from it. So that was the exciting part, but I'm known as the one. Also, I'm an apostle and prophet. Also, I'm a counselor. I wear so many hats. But the realm that I love to work in is healing. I love to heal. That's the most important realm to me, the realm of healing. So there's a number of things that I do, a number of hats that I wear. Again, also, I do hold a doctorate degree. So there's a number of things going on with me, but I don't put that out there. But what I do put out there is my ability to heal. It's
Okay.
all about healing. And that's what I'm excited about. But you can catch me every Saturday, Facebook Live, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern times here in the States. The Truth Session. I do the Truth Session. And also I've started a podcast called Wind Down Wednesdays.
Oh, wow.
Wind Down Wednesdays is when we get a glass of wine and just wind down and have all kinds of conversations. Whatever you want to converse about, that's basically what we're doing in Wind Down Wednesdays. And that's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time, also on Facebook. So we're doing that. And that's pretty much kind of what I do. Just in a nutshell.
Awesome. And what method do you heal in? Like, what's your healing method?
There's a number of healing messages, or ways that I do heal, or ways that I do heal. Of course, okay. There's the ability to verbally speak to you and bring about healing, and then Reiki. Also, I do that, and then also I do a laying on of hands healing. So there's a number of ways, and also I do therapy. I'm a counselor. I do counsel and bring healing that way as well. So there's a number of ways that I do bring healing to the people.
What's the one that you gravitate towards the most? Like you know, okay, this is this is me type of thing. If it's all of them, cool. But yeah, just the one you gravitate.
Yeah, I'm more into speaking. I like to speak and command things to do what they're designed to do. Once you figure out what a thing else is, and then you can speak to it, you can command it to do what it's designed to do. And when that happens for you, man, that is so exciting to just see your words manifest and take form and shape. Because we can transfer energy. It's easy for us to transfer energy one to the other, using our hands and different types of things of that nature. But it's a different high when you speak, when you speak those words and it happens. Yes, it manifests. Yes.
I see some similarities even with the both of you, because my yaya definitely has the power of the tongue when it comes to speaking over. And of course, she speaks in a positive way, spoke over my life and the way I've grown up and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you spoke that and planted that seed and you just watch it grow. It's very much the similarity between you two. It's really lovely to hear another one that's a speaker that speaks like what is the proper?
And you definitely, most people would call it in multiple ways. I'm sure you would agree. Some people would say that's that prophet, that person that has that foresight.
Yeah.
Me, it's not just the speaking as well. It's a decreeing of a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the solidifying of that particular thing and then allowing it to water.
Yes.
So it can grow. Because
absolutely.
Everybody speaks, and we be, whipping up, creating so many different things, but one that has the, that divine understanding that I'm not just speaking a thing loosely, I'm speaking it with intention, and I'm sowing that seed into a good ground. Because a lot of times we speak over something and that ground hasn't been, tilled yet. So the seed's not going in, they flying off,
Right. Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I totally have to agree with you. To speak a thing and then to allow that patience to see it grow, because everybody's going to grow at their own time and their own pace. But the knowing that it will manifest is that's the good part. It's definitely the good part. Yeah.
Well, here's the crazy part about it, right? Before I ever met you all, I seen you all in a vision.
Okay.
Really
before I ever met you all. Yes, and I seen you all in a vision, and I was at this particular point, I was levitating, And as I was levitating, you all were coming into the room, and the heiress, she was announcing that you were coming. The sage was coming, and she preceded you.
Yes, we went.
She preceded you, and she announced that you were coming. And this was before I ever met you guys. And when I met you guys, the energy just congealed. You know, it engaged, and it began to, you know, to open up. And of course, you and I, we've had conversations, and we've seen and we know things. And here's what's important: when you meet certain gifts, certain personalities, you know who they are. You're not guessing at it. You're not saying maybe, I think, but you know. And you have that reverence, you have that respect, and you know that they're capable of the most awesome elements that there is to be able to command. And you happen to be one of those persons that have the ability to do that. And I know that. So I respect that and I honor that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. Because I know who you are. I'm not guessing at it. You're very powerful, and you're very gifted, and so is the heiress. You guys are. You guys, as we would say, you guys are anointed.
There we go. Bring that all up. It is so beautiful. I will say this before she starts going into the questions. There has been several times that we have been told that they've seen us or they've seen me before I arrive, or whether it be in dreams or this or that. But for you to say what you just did about her preceding me, it has been a continuous one that has manifested oftentimes because of my own intentional things, meaning that the trials, the tribulations, as well as the triumphs that I've gone through with being a mother of twins, and going through that whole tearing, as still allowing her to be who she's meant to be, and me just being the light, being a example, and not so much dictating or speaking that you better do this just because you came through the wound of me, but allowing the divine to kind of shape and mold that, which was definitely hard. But I would always say, even coming, because first you learn different religions, Baptist, Christian, this, all this other stuff. The one thing that definitely I honed in on was, the armor bearer. When the armor bearer. Because I had twin boy and girl, and I still do, one's resonating here and one's ascended.
Okay.
I would always say that, look at my armor bearers, and they're Leos. And I was like, look at them. In my dreams, when I would ascend and divine would show me certain things that were preceding, they would always show me the twins. They would always show me the lions, and that's who's attached to me right now. The male and female principle, that balance, and she would always perceive me. And it was almost like an automatic thing that started to unfold or manifest within our lives. And I would always say, when people think that they don't see me, oh, trust, they see me.
Exactly.
They see me.
Yes, it's very true.
But it's who she is. It's me in a different form that's highly in tuned with where she needs to go, just by what was planted, she's the bearer of that fruit. So I so appreciate that. That is just like, that's honorable. That is honorable. A lot of our temple work was done in this very same essence that people would see in the temples when we went to Kemet, or when we've been out here, even in Spain, where the temples of ancient ones had walked. she would always somehow be in front of me before I came in, or before the spirit would say, okay, it's time to move through here and help people. She would always be first to come in. Sage
Yes.
ceremonies, everything. So
Yes.
yay to that.
Yes. Because she has the ability to shift the energy.
Ashe.
She's
She
a
knows how to
shifter.
clean.
She shifts. Yes, she has the ability to shift, which is why she danced. One of the reasons why she's dancing is because she's shaping and molding. She's twisting, twirling, and twining. And what that does is she's creating a spiral in the realm of the spirit that twists and then it bursts open like glass. She's actually doing what the shofar does. When you sound the shofar has the same movements, and what it does is it shatters everything and reshapes everything, which makes way for you to come in and your voice to be amplified, and whatever you're going to do to be amplified, so that you don't have to work as hard. So it makes it, it's more ergonomical for you when she precedes you, and it's amazing just to see it operating and working, because you don't get to see it that often, and so when you do, you're just amazed and you want to just gaze at it and pay attention to it and be as much as a part of it as you can. Yes, it's exciting. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. I'm loving this conversation already. Okay, so all right, the one.
Yes.
What is divine masculine to you? And then of course we'll go to the yay after, but what is divine masculine to you? So
okay. We can go with this in a number of ways.
Yes.
But one thing that it isn't is dominance. It isn't for the purpose of being able to dominate and control something. It is actually given for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is for strength and courage. When you have the strength within yourself, it's easier for you to make choices and decisions that better suits everyone that's in your environment. When you start getting into the divine masculine, your choices, the things that you choose, are going to be predicated not only for yourself, but for those that are going to be in your environment, because not only are you going to be dealing with strength and courage, but you're going to be dealing with protection, provision. You're going to be dealing with those, with those particular things. So you're going to have to be smart. You're going to have wisdom. You're going to have some experience to really understand those things. But when you get into that, you can get into all the sides of it. You can get to the spiritual side of it, and to the masculine side of it, or natural side of it. When you get into that, but when you get into the divine, we want to talk about what the spirit, the energy of it. What is the real energy of the masculine? And the real energy of the masculine, most people get it confused. It's actually to embrace. To embrace, yes, to embrace. And when you embrace, man, you are able to give that love, that essence that causes a person to want to be who they are and who they are designed to be. And that's one of the things that the divine masculine gives you. It gives you the ability to cause the next one to become the next one of themselves and be comfortable with doing it, right? You give that courage, you give that strength to them to be able to move into the next realm in space.
And do you feel that you give that, a person will give that through example from, people looking upon them like, oh, that, like through example, like, example, right? Like,
Yes.
Like a role model in a way. Like,
yes.
So that's how it gets passed on. Because of course you can be taught something, but when you actually see it, that energy ends up coming into you and be like, okay, this is the role to play. Is that something?
Yes, because we tend to retain more of what we see than what we
Yes,
hear.
yes, exactly.
So yes, so it's best to see it in action. And when you see it in action, it's easier for you to assimilate or download, or to receive or have a transference. And we do transfer it. We have the ability to transfer it. And that goes into the divine. And when we're talking about the divine, we're talking about the spiritual aspect of things.
Yeah.
So we have the ability to teleport it, to send it over there, to project it. For example, when you look at the word parable, the word parable is the Greek word actually paraboleo, which actually means to take and throw words into someone's mind. In other words, what we say goes into someone's mind.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and then we get right. So we get the word from paraboleo. We get the word parabolo, which is where we get the word hyperbolo from, or hyperbole. We get the word hyperbole, which means what? An intended exaggeration, to over exaggerate things.
Okay.
So this is what when we get into the divine, the spirit aspect of it, give us the ability to overly exaggerate. That means that we have power to extend beyond whatever it is that we're doing. We have the power to extend beyond that. So when we're working in the divine, when we're working in that masculine, and it is to be noted that not only just the male works in the divine masculine, but also the female works in the divine masculine. Because, yes, because according to some studies, there are two types in us, right? Two personalities, masculine and feminine.
Yes.
It's called the animus and anima in the Greek. The anima is the feminine and the animus is the masculine. And they're in one gender. So we must be aware that the sister gonna work in the masculine as well as the masculine working in the masculine. So we have to be aware of that and not be intimidated by that, which is why I said when a real man understands the masculinity, he understands how to embrace. Yes, he's comfortable with himself, and he has the ability to embrace and know how to role switch. He knows how to roll into the feminine as the feminine rolls into the masculine. So, of course, it goes back to what? Balance. Getting
Yes.
balance. So yeah.
I love that you touched on that, because that's actually my third question I was going to ask of the balance, because we all do feel that there is the masculine and feminine, and how does a divine masculine create that balance or something like that. But you just answered it beautifully by embracing and stuff like that. It's really, really wonderful, and it's good that we all know this and don't neglect that side of us, because as you said, like divine masculine isn't about like dominance or anything like that, like dominating somebody.
Right.
It's
Correct.
that's definitely what it's not. But someone just thinking masculine, okay, I gotta be this hard, that, and they neglect the embracing part, which is very much a defined feminine type of trait, but in a way it still is masculine, because they're all one type of thing. So yeah, I do agree with the statement. And then yourself, what is the divine masculine for you? And I'm sure you can agree with all the points the one has said.
I really like that the apostle, he spoke about the embracing. Now,
yes, that
part
was
really
perfect.
That was perfect.
Perfect.
Most definitely. Because you do when when I think about masculine, it's to provide the leadership, provision, this sort of thing. The depth of that, though, it's kind of like one of those things that I just said yesterday, and I heard that you know, the woman, she wants that gentle beast, you know, she wants that person that can, you know, provide, but also if need be, he can go out and defend or protect, this sort of thing. When I say divine masculine, though, I'm definitely talking about the spirit realm, which I can agree with you wholeheartedly. And even more so because I am feminine and I do realize that I have that masculine trait, as most of my relationships, good and bad, I would always say to men and women, it was more like, listen, I chose that person for multiple reasons, you know, whether it turned out good or bad. So I can't totally blame that man for everything that went on, because I too also played a role in it, you know. And the depth of that, though, what I found out about myself is that I will rest in my divine feminine. I'm a strong feminine leadership or nurturer, this sort of thing. At the same time, I know how to embody that masculine side when it's necessary, because I've been a single mother. I would have to balance it to a point that sometimes it got a bit much, where it's like, wait a minute, you know, because I would be operating so much on that masculine, territorial, make sure this is taken care of, dominate this, but then I have a feminine quality. I look like this. Of course, yes, I dress it up and I enjoy that, but I don't walk around with a mirror in front of my face all the time. So if I'm coming to a meeting to speak about business, someone else may be coming to the meeting to be like, oh my God, look at you, you know, and just stay there. And I have to know when to turn that on, when to turn it off, this sort of thing. So embodying a divine masculine, to me, the embodiment of that is his natural nature in this earth, you know, that's what he is. This, you know, he's this melanated man here in this earth walking around. Okay, this is earth. So it has to have all of its senses together, all, you know, these normal things. However, the divine, he's going to embody not just that, but he's going to embody outside of himself, his surroundings, his environment, very much like what you said. Yes, exactly. Where he walks and how he walks is a state of how he commands who he is. He owns his totality, which allows me to operate in my divine feminine, you know, that gives him the balance whenever I can assist him in something or have foresight because he's going in front or he's leading in that particular way. And we can be standing side by side. One that knows that he can get quiet in a quiet space and only operate from here and foretell, and move through using this, his mind first, embodying that, taking that time to be able to have solitude within himself. Oh, this really attractive to me. It's just, because then he can fully see who I am and allow what is dominated in me or very much resonating in me to assist in what we have decided that we're going to do or what we're going to be, whatever that position is that we foresee. Because I'm very, of course, I'm a big natured woman, physically and spiritually. So, okay, so a man really has to have an ownership of himself to me. He has to have an ownership of himself, his totality, and enter and understand it's okay for him to be able to have his emotional side be exposed to me, because I'm not going to do anything with it but cherish it and nurture it for him to see his way through, which also means he's seeing my way through too. Yeah, that's divine masculine to me, that he can swim in, you know, in the higher realms, and he can operate on this lower realm 3D dimension territory. You know, but that's embracing. Yes, that's embracing what you just said. I love how you said embracing. Awesome. Yes.
Yes.
You got to embrace it. You got to.
Yes, it's very important to understand that, because you really, when we're delving into the divine masculine, you really want someone that's comfortable in their own skin.
Yes. I don't
You
want
want him to
to
be
about what I'm
comfortable.
doing.
Yes, when he's comfortable in his own skin, again, he will know how to role play, and
Yeah.
he's not intimidated.
No,
He
my God.
isn't intimidated one bit, and he will embrace it, and it will cause a level of energy to
Ooh.
grow beyond measures. And I know I've experienced it. It's a great thing. I mean, it's a high that you
Yes.
can't get anywhere else, right?
It's like you're in your own
Because
little world. It's like,
yes,
it is so delicious. I promise it is so I've experienced it as well, so I know the taste. And it's so delicious and it feels so good. That intimidation, I've had to deal with that because
yes,
if a man's not mentally
Yes.
and spiritually at some level of wanting to increase or balance for himself, he really, it's just facts. It's not happening here with me. I'm not going into a deeper relationship, this sort of thing, far as
mhm,
a mutual partner on a journey. Love life, no, he has to have his own thing and have no problem with me being who I am. Like, seriously.
mhm.
And that it's ultimately really, really, really sexy, actually. It's really good. Tell me.
Think your audio. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's really
even for
okay. Now,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, please continue. What were you going to say? Because
No, I was going to say it is so delicious, even if, but for a moment you can obtain it.
My God,
It's worth having. It's
yes,
worth having.
yes, it's good.
There is nothing like the beauty of harmony
Yeah.
to embrace and that harmonic sound that comes out of that frequency.
Yeah.
Is so powerful that it does something to your innermost being, that it causes inwardly and then it manifests outwardly.
Yes, it
And
does.
there is no, you, I'll leave that alone. But
No,
anyway,
yes, we got to push on, but it's true.
Yes.
It's so true. It's so it's delicious. I really I give all divine gratitude that I've been able to experience that. So I know what that tastes like, what it smells like, how it's discerned. And it's not how we call these, like foreshadowing, money comes and goes, people come and go, this sort of thing. But when you've had something with such magnitude that impacts beyond the physical, oh my God, like that's power. And I bear witness to it being it, as well as bearing witness to other people seeing it. Some people don't understand it. Some people are jealous. Some people are like, what is that? And they try to divide it, which is a whole nother topic, and I won't get on it, but I'll let her finish. But yes. Yeah.
So I have two questions. And then if you have some more, then if you have some questions to ask us, you can do that as well. So, all right. The first question is, what is divine feminine for you?
I would reference your mother, the sage, the empress, the empress.
Hey, thank you.
I would reference her because I could sense her energy, and I can peep over into her energy field and see what's in her energy field. And also, I have a gift. I can look at the Akashic records and see divine information. Your mother has the ability, or the sage, or the empress has the ability to become whatever she needs to become to cause things to work the way that they are designed to work. That's when you begin to work in a divine element of things, when you are able to become what's needed to cause what happens to manifest. That's when you have arrived. But I always say we only arrive to keep on arriving. We don't arrive
Yes,
Tell the
exactly.
truth.
into,
Stop arriving. Definitely
yes.
not.
So we continue to arrive, right? To elevate. You know, I always tell them, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Yes,
But
yes.
but back to the question at hand, that divine feminine is so awesome because you really have to pay attention because it'll switch out on you.
Yes.
And yeah, it'll switch out on you because that that divine feminine will become very protective.
Mm-hmm.
She'll switch on you and become very protective, and she'll become assertive and aggressive.
Yes, she can.
Yes, yes, the sage. Yes. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
she, cause she don't play saxophone, don't mean she don't dig trend. Okay. so,
Tell the
but yeah,
truth.
yeah. So, but when you think about it, it's a number of things going to go into this because one of them is going to be elegance.
Ashe.
Elegance is going to go into this, and again, I'm going to go back to assertiveness, to the ability to assert herself. For example, in the yoga, doing the poses, that's being assertive. You are asserting yourself in such a way that you're creating what? Muscle tone. You're creating a phenotype, right? You're putting together your physique, you know, your symmetry, you know, all of that. All of that deals normally you find who doing that? Men at the gym. Right? So that's a masculine element that's flavored with a feminine element that brings about that flow and glow that the sage carries. Like she embodies it when she does what she do. She's embodying it and she's touching you with it because the energy is just oozing out of there, man. It's just oozing. And if you have any type of gift at all, you can be like,
Got
yeah,
that.
you,
Yes.
you can
Yes.
catch it.
You can
You can
catch.
catch it, but yes, but the elegance, but then also there was a higher level of intellect, which tends to the intuition that brings about that intuitive capability, that ability, that supernatural ability to sense things, to sense when I need to move, to sense when I need to embrace, the sense when I need to push back. You know, there's this super sense that the feminine quality and aspect carries that the masculine doesn't have it at that level, right? It has it some, but it doesn't have it at that level. And that's why I always tell men, if you're gonna be intuitive, you're gonna have a level of intuition. You got to move over into your feminine aspect of things and not be intimidated by
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But also with that divine feminine, it could, if you're if you're uncareful of what you're looking at, you can be really intimidated, right? When a woman, a queen, an empress, a sage embodies that, there's a tendency for those men that have not gravitated into the higher learning of themselves will become intimidated and they'll become destructive
Yes.
and they'll try to destroy it. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh my
We
God.
just had that
We just
freaking
had
recently.
that. Oh my God. Please.
Yes.
Example.
Continue.
And they'll try to destroy it. But
Damn.
the masculine that's mature
Mm-hmm.
understands how to stroke that. He
Mm-hmm.
understands how to get next to that. He knows how to parcel its words, uh, fit, fitly words joined together.
You better.
And they're joined together and they create a picture so she could see it. There's nothing like the masculine speaking to that divine feminine, and that divine feminine, she'll set a foundation for it, foundation, which we call to understand, because the word reversal means to stand under. And if you stand under anything, that means that it's a foundation. You can't have understanding without a foundation.
Yeah.
There has to be a foundation, right? You can't build a house without a foundation. So that foundation is very important to get to the innermost standing of what you're going to be doing, so that you can ultimately overstand. And then once you overstand, you have to move beyond that and surround stand. You have to surround stand, because surround stand deals with your energy field. Your energy field, because everything about you is in your energy field. So that's your surround sound system. You know how we have that TV surround sound? And man, they have the floor rumbling. You know how we go to the theater, your seats be rumbling and the walls be rumbling. That's how our frequency, when we get to that highest surround level, that frequency jumps out of us, and it vibrates everything around us, and it hits people, and people be like, I can feel you. I can sense you. Why? Because you're surrounding everything. So when we get to that surround sound, what's happening for that feminine, that divine feminine, is that she's able to embrace at a high level. And she's able to embrace wherever we may be frail, because as men, we have a tendency sometimes to be a little frail, right? And we need to be embraced. And sometimes we have a tendency to turn into that little boy. But when you are working in your divine feminine, you have the ability to take the most masculine man and turn him into a little boy.
He can be so, that's so nurturing. That's the part that you don't take advantage of. That's the part
there
that
you go.
feel up.
There you go. Oh, see, if you can't turn him into a little boy, you're not gonna probably have a very good relationship with him, because he's gonna be intimidated. Only when you can turn us into that little boy is when you're able to shape and mold us. We'll be whatever you want us to be. we'll do whatever you want us to do. What you say, baby? What you mean? How you want me to do it?
I just go and see how you feel.
Oh, beautiful. I love that.
I'll do it any way you want me to do it. Do what you want me to do, baby. And see, that's that. Remember, because the little fella, the little dude, the little boy in us always want to please mama. We always, we stuck to mama, right? So we deal with that. What it is referred to as the electro complex. The electro complex is when the son is in love with the mother. He hasn't broken that bond yet, and so he wants to please mom. So that's what happens when that divine feminine boy is operating, and she's doing her thing, and she's working that magic. Boy, he's just sitting there like,
I'm happy.
You know, we can't define it. We don't know what to do with it. We just fall victim to it. We're like, yeah, do that some more. Work on me some more. Do that to me again. That feels good. You know? But yeah, it really structures us, and it gives us that courage. It gives us that courage, and it gives us that strength to want to do greater feats, to want to be more of that masculine for you. You have to make you more comfortable.
Yes, most definitely. We were having the discussion. I have to go back to what you said regarding that destruction part.
Yes,
we
wow,
were just,
exact words.
We were just having this discussion because I would like to say these are two feminine energies that have gone through their own lifetime of things, as well as bearing witness to each other's things, okay, good and bad. And the one thing that is consistent with certain male energies is when they meet us, they first may come here, which is typically, they come here first, and they enter and understand, or I should say they understand that this is a different type of woman that they're meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
That the physicality is like, okay, like, yeah, she's nice looking to look at, but oh my God, when she opens her mouth, she's talking about some deep stuff, or she will hang with the boys, because I can hang with the men. I've always hung with the men. I can, roll with the punches, laugh, joke, blah, blah, blah. However, there's a standard of consistency with me. It's just a standard. I can joke, laugh, we hang out, baby, what you doing? Let's roll, that sort of thing. But if you have no consistent motive of something that is productive to keep moving forward, then I will gladly, as you just said, I will dismiss myself. I literally will, okay, I'm not going to give you so much energy. No time, no space, because you're not doing anything with the energy I'm giving you, but taking it and burning it out. I'd rather you take what I'm giving you and plant a seed of your expansion, something new, something different, this sort of thing. But when they can't get full me, they try to jump over. They try to jump over to the daughter, the heir. They try to move into the airspace, thinking that just because she's 24 years old, that her mind and her spirit is not clicking with a certain balance. Like they totally disregard what they've seen here. They know it's okay, strong or powerful or this sort of thing, but literally they will try to divide this. So they'll try to drop the seeds in the daughter, where your mother really doesn't know about this spiritual thing.
Completely discrediting and everything.
But she's bearing witness to many people experiencing this. So it's very much that, as I used to tell her, I was like, why, baby, there's going to be people that are going to look at mom and just go, okay. Some will take her just as her physicality, okay, she's attractive, and they'll try to stay in that line of communication. And you'll see me just like, dude, check out. I'm not going to give them too much, because there's nothing there. All you're seeing is just the physical. I'm so much more than the physical. You'll get more of the physical when you embody what's here and spirit for me.
That's what they don't know. That's the key right there.
They don't get, but they try to come and divide.
And
she was like, what is that? Basically using the word destroy.
Destruction. Master of destruction. That was the quote of the person that said
a
master of destruction.
And I said, person doesn't love themselves. They don't have peace. They're wounded, and they haven't experienced this type of woman or mother with a daughter relationship. They haven't experienced this type of spirit working. Someone who first chastised myself before I looked outside to anyone else. The conviction.
Yes. Here's the thing about it. As we're talking about the divine feminine and masculine, here's what's most important is that you don't have to be in a union to understand the divine feminine. And what I mean by that is, say, for example, when I met you, I seen you, I knew who you were, right? So understanding who you are, immediately, I knew that there was a level of protection that I needed to put around you. And then after that, I seen the heiress. Then I understood why, because you all were two beautiful, attractive, intellectual women. And there needed to be the invisible force.
Exactly.
That there is somebody that's covering them that y'all don't even know who it is, that they're powerful. You know what I mean? This is what we do for each other when we see other gifts. We immediately understand, hey, you know what? Listen, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be fortifying each other. We're supposed to be there for each other, because this is a hard task. This is not easy to do, because you have to sprint to your own hurt in most cases.
Yes.
To be able to do whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to have to be altruistic. You're gonna have to be selfless to do this, to get up every day, every morning, and really want to do this. And so when people see you like that, and you talked about consistency, when people see the consistency in you, yes, they want to destroy that. They want to take it away. Why? Because it testifies against them. It shows them that they are not who they say they are, and they're not capable of doing what they say that they're capable of doing. Right. So now they are they are humiliated, and so now they want to bring destruction in the relationship. Right. So, but you guys are already prepared for this.
Yes, exactly.
That part, that's the good part, most
exactly.
definitely. That we can openly have the conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
And Divine always, when we have open conversations, as I've always said to her, if there's something that's external of the self, or even myself, that can help feed and nurture that which is her fulfillment, her heart's desire, then so shall it be. Not even if it's me, most people like to possess their children and say, you need to only get it from me, and da da da. I'm not the one. Okay. I'm not the one when it comes to that. Definitely. If there's something that she can take hold of, that you are saying the words that proceed off your mouth, that she can take, eat of, and move forward in her fulfillment, then so be it. However, it's like spirit will always come back to let us know, like, no, just in case, because you guys are expanding. Okay, here comes another, let's say, energy, spirit that's going to come in, try to go give you that flat. It's just to let you know, it's just coming back with the same conversation, the same thing, but you've already been groomed in this. You've already gone through so much of this that you can spot it before it comes.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
because you went through that particular process, then it'll come out through another divine connection that inner and overstands exactly what it is. So for you to use the exact word that this person said, it was like,
confirmation there.
Right. When you are in the position that you all are in, and the excellence wherewith you all present yourselves, you're always going to get pushed back. And you want that, though. You welcome that. Please give that to me, because it allows me to understand and understand that I'm doing my job, because there's equal and opposite reaction, right?
Good
Equal
Lord.
and opposite reaction always brings balance.
Yes.
It brings balance. And any situation that we're in, and whatever we're dealing with, we want to deal with it from a balance standpoint, right? So you want that pushback. And once you get that pushback, then you know the next level that you're about to ascend to, because they just gave you the information. When they pushed back, they gave you the information that you need, right? But most people don't understand that you all are that king, and as the elders say, the mature one says, keen sense, that you have real keen sense, that I can sense what you're trying to do before you even do it. No, we're not going to entertain that. No, but thank you, but no, But yeah. But you guys are always in my meditation, so I
Thank you.
so
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yes, exactly. All right. So the last question I have is well, actually I have so many, because this can really go on to, so I look forward to having even more discussions.
Yes,
seriously.
back again, because it's a good
for real.
for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, for sure.
What is for a young man, what tips would you give for him to obtain or access his divine masculine type of energy for a young man? Like, how does a guide some tips or something
Um,
like that for him to work on?
what I did with my sons, I took them through meditation. Meditation. I took them into meditation so they can become in tune with themselves.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I start talking to them about the male and what the male does and how the male do it. But I also what I was letting them know that it's not only specific to just the male, but the female has the same qualities as well. You have to understand. You know, I was telling my sons, the anima and the animus. You have to understand the masculine and the feminine that is within you so that you can bring balance to yourself. If there's no balance and harmony in you, then there's not going to be any balance and harmony in anything that you touch. You're going to get it off balance. There's going to be imbalance in it. But that's the number one thing that I did with them. I started them out in meditation to tap into that and to begin to realize that there is a responsibility that you have to be who you are designed to be. You know, you have been created for a purpose. And this purpose, you need to fulfill it. And here's some keys to fulfilling it. Recognizing who you are, understanding what your name means. One of the things that I did, I gave them all special names that has meanings. They studied what their names mean. They tapped into that energy so that they can become better balanced within themselves. And moving forward, I've always talked to them about females, about women and how you approach them and how you do various things with them. And one of the thing that I told them and shared with them most was that you have to finish how you start.
Thank you.
However you start, you
Yes,
have to finish like that.
yes, yes,
Right? So if you take her to the mountaintop, you're
yes.
gonna have to finish on the mountaintop, right? So, and what I mean by that is that oftentimes we'll start out in a relationship. We'll be doing purchasing gifts and doing all of these wonderful things, and then somewhere along the line we'll stop doing it, right? And so when you stop doing it, because you were doing it, there's an expectation that's placed upon that.
Yeah.
And so when you don't, when you no longer meet that expectations, then what that energy starts to wane. And once that energy that was once there for that starts to wane, then now there's an opening for something to get in there and start to do something. So yes, you have to finish how you start. And it's very important to understand that. And I always told them the best thing between two persons is communication. To communicate. Communication simply means that you're communing, you're giving yourself an opportunity to understand the energy of your partner or the next person. You're giving yourself an opportunity to understand the energy. So when they start to tap into those things, it begins to well round them and they begin to sense the responsibility of being a young man or, you know, coming into adulthood, or however you would, you know, you phrase it. They now understand that I'm a man. So when you start talking about the male, one of the number one things too that we deal with them is y'all already know you got to get a job, boy. You're gonna have to provide, boy. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, the principles, right?
Yes, yes, those values, those core values that you instill, but seeing how the roles have switched.
Talk about that. Say it.
So with the role switching, the Black female is at the top of the food chain, where he's at the bottom of the food chain. Are intimidated by it. They don't want the Black female to make more money than them. They get jealous. They'll lead a relationship. They'll do all kind of little weird, quirky things, because they're not in the financial position or financially the head of the house. So that's intimidating to them.
Yeah, it can, yeah.
But yes, but a good queen, a good empress, a good sage, a good well-rounded woman, man, knows how to embrace her male. She'll embrace him, baby. Listen, calm down. Everything is everything. Everything, everything. We got this.
Yeah.
Right? We got this.
In that state.
So
yes.
Yes, but for sure. But yeah, with that, and see, and again, see, nothing is solid because you have to be able to role switch. You have to understand the feminine and the masculine within yourself and know which one to ascend to and operate in. So yes, it's very important to understand it. And then you know what? With doing that, being able to role switch within yourself, to commune and communicate even within yourself, it allows you to have the courage and the strength that you need to confront a thing, to confront an issue, or to overcome something, or to better something, or to move forward in something. It makes it that much more easier when you're more comfortable with yourself.
Exactly.
So,
you truly touch on Shay. No, most definitely. The roles have kind of been definitely switched around, that's for sure. I would say overall with myself, just really looking at the principle of the matter was it started with me really reflecting over the relationships I had been in and who and what type of character personality I was attracted to, was attracted to me. And what I'd say, because actually all of my relationships were years. Oh my God. Yeah. They were years. So, and my last, of course, my marriage was 17 years and the highs and lows, this sort of thing. But really evaluating myself in the role with that particular person, and taking out the emotional parts of it so I can see the practicality, which is what really helped me. Because hey, that's your snipper, Yamaya. That's what you're attracted to. That type of male. I mean, he walked heavy. That wisdom is okay. Apostle is he walked heavy, which is what I needed. Someone that walked heavy, that had the intellect to be able to move in and out of certain realms and fields. I needed that. Were there other things around? Yes, because at the same time, a person can be not so good in one area and tremendous in another. Like myself, I could be very good in this area and not good in that area. But what I found was overall, my key role was balancing myself. And because I was willing to always look at both sides of myself, okay, this is where, okay, you don't need to be too strong here because that's what he's supposed to be doing. But if he's not doing it, do I just let that, just ride and don't do anything about it? Well, have kid, that's not going to work. It don't work. So, but I still had to take time to look at the self, take time to look at my own activities, my own drama, my own everything, own my own bullshit. Own my own shit. And then once I owned that, that allowed me to deliver a better me and keep showing up for me continuously. So when I want to get into that masculine or have fun with it, I'm just going to wear the man's clothes and, just enjoy. If I don't have that male principle that I can just gush all over. I mean, that's really what it is. The male principle there. Okay, that's my emperor. Go on, baby. Just going out there and do it. What you need? I'm good. I'm ready. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Who doesn't want to be in that? Come pick me up. I know I'm 6'2" and I'm 155 pounds. Come pick me up. I want to be picked up. But that doesn't mean I can't be that strong woman for him. But first, I had to do all that for me. So that's why I enjoyed having this particular type of conversation and welcoming you in as we were discussing it, because for me, it's a constant watering, nurturing of self, but
Mhm.
also passing that on to the next generation for her to see, for her to operate in, for her to do, and moving on, and may it go on into eternity, when I'm on ascended and blah, 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 this sort of thing.
Yes.
Because it's so needed right now. It's
Yes.
really needed. The
Yes,
balance is
absolutely.
really needed. And it's time for
Absolutely.
people to own their own bullshit.
Yes, absolutely.
Own their
I
own
know.
bullshit. And
I wholeheartedly agree. I was talking about that some time ago about, owning your own shit. You have to. You
mm,
have to, in order for you to be able to move forward
I
and
said,
for you to be able to cleanse
yeah.
and detox.
Mm,
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do that. But yeah, when we're talking about this is so very needed about the masculine and the feminine, so that we can re-identify
mm,
what it is that we need to target it target within ourselves and target within those that we're going to be involved with, that we can target that, and that hopefully the goal is that we're going to make each other better,
Yes, exactly.
that we are here to cause each other to grow, to
exactly.
sow into each other,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like watching someone that is gifted move
Yeah.
in the realm that they're working in.
So
It,
beautiful.
it, yes, and if you do it right, they'll let you touch it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Oh, you want some? Come on, get some.
Yes.
Exactly. You get to
Yes.
bear witness, sharing it, all of
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
All of
right. Which is what we're doing today.
exactly.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
You all are allowing me to touch your energy. I'm
Shay,
touching, I'm touching it and engaging your energy. You guys invited me on your platform.
most
So that means that I get to share.
yes,
I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
yes.
When you think I get excited. I'm not the one that runs around trying to get everybody to pay me. You need to pay me this amount of money, that amount of money. Get out of here, please. I know some of us have to do that to get, what we need to do, what we need to do. And that's okay if you're doing it for all of the right reasons.
Uh-huh.
And you are capable of what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So
Another show.
I know you are capable of what you're talking about. So it's
Everybody.
easy. It was easy for me, you say, hey, let's do it. Let's do the masculine and feminine. Hey, let's do it. Hey, let's do it. Let's get at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, this is what I love to do.
Jay.
So it
Appreciate
was just,
it.
yeah, it was just easy for me to do. Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
It
You
was
know.
time because I have a lot of, okay, so we both deal with a lot of people privately, for sessions and things of this sort. The depth is,
Mhm.
I really wanted to speak to a lot of male principals, and you are definitely one of them. I've been talking to
Mhm.
some others about yoga and, nutrition, this sort of thing. But I
Mhm.
really believe it should be something that, because I stand as a standard, even for myself, I hold
Mhm.
myself to a standard, so
Yes.
that's one thing.
Mhm.
And I'm just one side of this whole, what I call the source. So you need
Yes.
that masculine. And so there's certain men that kind of stand out to me, and I'm like, this principle
Yes.
too. And then she's like, yeah, but what about him? And because she's also seeing, and I truly appreciate her, just her willingness to want to jump in, you know? Play
Yes.
chess, baby. Play chess, not
Yes.
checkers.
That's right. That's right.
Play
That's right.
chess.
You got to play chess.
Play
You
chess.
got to play chess because listen, checkers, man. Listen here, you doing the same old moves over and over
I
again,
Yeah.
girl.
know.
Yeah.
You got to play this chess, and I really appreciate that she's gone beyond playing chess just in the regular touching three-dimensional field. Chess got to be that
Yes.
supernatural. You got to be in that area where you know that you can foresee, you can smell, you have those capable senses to apply application for manifestation now. No matter what you're going through, you're always
Yes.
showing for yourself. you know?
Mhm.
So I appreciate you. I'm pleased. I'm like
I'm
really
very
good.
pleased.
She's over here now like
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
not the host.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yes, it's this is good. This
Yes,
is
yes.
awesome, man. You guys are great. Of course, I'm always there, even if you guys don't even know I'm there.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
always there.
thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you.
We
This is one of the things I
definitely
do. I love to protect the gifts.
Ashe.
Yeah, I love to protect the gifts. I'm always there.
Healings always
I
need protectors.
Yes, absolutely. See, I do a lot of consecration. I do a lot of fasting,
Mm,
um, and meditation. So, and I
yeah.
send you guys energy. I
Mm-hmm.
send energy to touch your energy to cause your energy to grow exponentially,
Have to do
and
that. Yes.
so that you can have those esoteric moments,
Yes, most
those
definitely.
really great spiritual moments. You know
Yes,
what I mean? That
yes,
recharges you. That recharges you.
exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same principle, though. Just for point of information, but that's the same principle when you're copulating. And what most people don't understand is that when you're copulating, if you send energy to everything,
Mm-hmm.
it'll return back to you more
Mm-hmm.
energy. For
Mhm.
example, to the moon, to
Mm-hmm.
the planets, you know what I'm saying, to the sun,
Mm-hmm.
to other people. While you copulating, and you'll be surprised what will happen because you know what, at that moment somebody thinking about you, and
Mm-hmm.
they need you because why?
Yep.
We're creating energy at that time. We're creating a spark. There's
Mm-hmm.
a source that's being created that we can utilize at that particular time and open up different rams and different doors for people to be able to go in and out and open up. So when we really tap into this divine, feminine and masculine, man, you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about something really awesome.
Well,
It gets great. We're
we
just
both
scraping the
had we
surface.
both had a taste of that and
Yep.
and love it and
Yep.
embody it. So we just gonna help everybody else get a taste too, and we can continue eating from it.
Yes,
How about
exactly.
that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
good.
Yes.
Wow.
It
Thank
is so
Yes.
good.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much,
Oh.
for real, for joining us.
Oh my God.
Most definitely, we're going to have another video, another talk, because seriously, you're just so wise, a sage, and then I'm just eating it all up so I can become a sage. Sure,
Yeah.
30-year-old sage,
Yes.
30-year-old
sage.
sage.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Oh, you have anything else you want to say, any pointers, we're here, so we can definitely, close this up, but not
Exactly. No,
not discontinue it, because we're going to
hello.
continue.
We're gonna come back.
We're going to continue. But yes, if you have anything else you want to say or anything you were writing down, questions, we're here. So please.
I wrote down one thing, and it says, God becomes whatever. God becomes whatever. For me, um, I believe that we are Elohim, or that we're gods, and that we are having human experiences. I know we've heard the cliche all over the social media and everything, but in the real sense of the matter, those of us that really know that we know, then we know. But I was saying this to say this about the sage. Um, when I see her again, when I look at you, I see the ability to become whatsoever you need to become. So whatsoever need to become comes. If that makes sense.
Oh, it does. It does. Yes. For sure.
But that's what God does. God makes everything easier. You can make things so easy for people to scare them. And this is what has happened in relationships with the sage
Yes.
in myself as well. We're able to become what they need, that it frightens them. Like,
Preach,
can
apostle.
nobody do that? How did you do that?
You just had her say she witness.
Bared witness. Wow.
It's like, how did you can't, no, can't nobody, you could, you know, and it's funny because I'm just looking like, really? Where you been? You know what I mean?
Ashe, divine.
Yes, but I was just, you know, pondering that particular thought, and I was just looking how developed you all are, and that there is the glow, the aura that's around you guys. Your energy field is so far out there. It's easy to bump into. You know what I mean? You bump into it like, y'all working with that, what y'all doing? You know, it's so extraordinary. You just want to sit and like gaze at it. You know what I mean? Like you two are there seated now. It's like, Lord have mercy. What in the world have you brought into this realm? You know what I'm saying? So you have to be sitting here and holding your thoughts, holding your mind, and realizing where you at, because it is so beautiful. You don't you don't get this opportunity, this awesome, to be able to sit in the presence of such beauty and elegance and intelligence. You understand what I'm saying? Those that really have good core values and know how to proceed, know how to walk with it, talk with it, move with it, play with it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not often that you get a chance to do that. So I am elated. I'm thankful. I'm grateful that you all allowed me to grace your presence and to be in your presence.
Us to you as well, because we don't get to share as often as well. We have to just be and move. And that's something that she's come into realizing as she moved. And of course, she's bear witness watching me going, what, why, where, when? You know, and I'm just like, babe, I just got to keep moving. And sometimes saying nothing to her until she's gone through a certain cycle of course, and saying, then it comes back and it's like, oh, now I see, wow, this, that. So I'm truly honored to be able to share the divine feminine as well as the air with the divine masculine that actually can see. When people would say this cliche, and then I'll stop talking the cliche of, you know, oh, you're so beautiful. And I would say to them, you know, are you really looking at me? Or are you just looking at what externally is presented to you? Because I'll know when you're looking at me. Because the beautiful won't be something that just, oh, you're so beautiful. No. It's not going to roll off your tongue like that. It's going to come with a different depth of inner understanding. Because we all can say words, but it's the context, the vibration in which you are giving off those words. So it's not that I had to learn, of course, how to receive someone saying that I was beautiful, because that made me enter and understand what level they were at. I should never shun if somebody says, oh, you're beautiful, based on the level where they at. If they're strictly on the physical realm, fine, so be it, because that's something that I do embody. That's in the physical. But when someone says, oh my God, your essence, your aura is freaking, I know that you're looking beyond just this. You're seeing everything, my whole totality. So it's one of those vibrations that are so beautiful. And so for you to say so, and it also includes a seed. Seed that has manifested in her own right, her own realm. We share an embodiment, but she can stand alone and they will still see that strength. And that's to me is talk. And that's me doing what I came here to do. Be a representative for. Okay? I give thanks
Absolutely.
to source. Source as well.
It is without doubt that you see that it has been passed on.
Ashe, the love. Ashe,
Ashe.
And to our viewers, certainly there was people watching this.
Oh yeah.
You know, yes, exactly. To our viewers, thank you so much
Thank you
for watching watching this, and I trust you got the enlightenment that we have all gotten here.
Yeah.
And you will definitely carry on that energy into your life and pass it on to your loved ones and others. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Look at the apostle.
And definitely follow your name on social media is what is JF Clay or the one? Please tell me your
JF Clay.
Okay, is that on
Clay.
Facebook? That's on Facebook, right?
Facebook, yes. Facebook, JF Clay.
Yes.
Instagram, Clay, JF. And also YouTube. YouTube is going to be the one, THEE, separate word one, ONE with exclamation point. That's how you find me. You have to have the exclamation point. It's going to be ETHEE, one, ONE, exclamation point. And that'll be YouTube.
Okay, perfect. I will definitely put all of the ones link in the description box so you can definitely easily find them. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank
all
you,
right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, the one, for joining.
Gratitude.
All right.
Yes,
Have a wonderful day, beloved.
All right,
Ciao.
ciao. Ciao, ciao.